everyone, this is Mrs. Powell. I am just going to go through this PowerPoint and explain what you must do prior to your interview, during the interviews, and then after the interviews. Hopefully I'll cover everything, but if you do have any questions, obviously speak to myself, or if you're reading this and you've got a different teacher, then just contact your teacher directly and they should be able to help you. Okay, so we'll start off with before the interview. So this is everything you've got to do before the interview itself. So the first thing that you're going to have to do is check the date and time of your interview. I'll be emailing my students out with a date and time of when I would like this interview to take place. You need to allow for about 30 minutes because obviously you need to be interviewed yourself and then you need to do the interview. Normally they take about 10 minutes per interview, and obviously by the time we've logged on, we've had a chat, we've done the crossover, you know, it can take up to 30 minutes. So that's how much time you need to allow. We are going to do the interviews via Zoom. Now, I'm guessing some of you may have already used Zoom. You're probably like myself, never heard of it before the lockdown, but now I've used it quite a lot. And so yeah, so that's what we're going to use. We're going to use Zoom. What I'm going to do though is rather than go through Zoom on here and how to use it, I've done some step-by-step instructions of how you get onto Zoom and what you need to do. Some of you will find it really easy. You'll know exactly what to do because you've already done some. Others, if you haven't used it before, then you will need to follow the instructions that are sent through. You can do it on your mobile phone, and if I'm honest, it's probably the easiest thing to do it on your mobile phone because you can just download the app and it's dead easy to do. So yeah, so you need to be ready to do your interview on Zoom. Now, what I'm going to include in the instructions is a little bit of a practice. I'm going to put a test meeting of an ID and a password so you can log on, you can make sure you can access it, and then you'll know that that's absolutely fine for when it comes up to your interview. Right, the next thing you need is a blank copy of your interview feedback form. So these are the questions that you come up with that you are going to ask during your interview. What I would recommend is that you print it off. Remember, they are on Turnitin if you haven't got it saved. You print it off, and then during the interview you handwrite notes on your interview feedback form. Now, I appreciate that some of you may not have a printer. If you don't have a printer, that's absolutely fine. What I recommend that you do prior to the interview is write down the interview questions on a piece of paper, leaving space so then you can make some notes during the interview. It is really important that you do make notes during your interview because otherwise you're going to find it really difficult to write up the interview afterwards. And really important, email me or your teacher to confirm that the time and date that has been suggested for your interview are okay. Unless I hear from both participants that that time and that date is okay, then I won't go on to the next stage and plan your interview because I need to ensure that both of them are okay for both people. Okay, so it's really important. If it's not okay and you can't do the date and time, then obviously do get back to me and we can come to some sort of arrangement of what would be suitable for all three. Okay. So on the day of the interview itself, make sure you are dressed appropriately, as it is something that your teacher will comment on. Now obviously we are doing it via Zoom, so normally you can only see the top half. So you could wear the shirt and then your jeans underneath, no one would ever know, but it is something that you will get assessed on. Try and find a quiet place in your house if that's possible, and somewhere where you won't be disturbed, so maybe write a sign on your door or something like that. And then obviously make sure you have your paper with your interview questions and a pen, and that you sit down, register on your interview at the set time on the set date. I've made the settings such that you can join the meeting without me being there, so if you want to get on a little bit early and just wait, that's absolutely fine. Okay, just to make that clear, that once both parties have confirmed, I will email you the meeting ID and password for the Zoom meetings. Now, like I said earlier, if you're not sure about Zoom, a meeting ID and password might just go over your head a little bit at the moment, but once you've read through the instructions, that'll become real clear of what I mean by the meeting ID and password. So only students participating in the interviews at that time will get that ID and password, so nobody else will be able to join. Okay, so that's what you need to do on the day of the interview. So the interview itself, what we'll do is the person whose first name appears first alphabetically will take the role of the interviewer first, so they will ask the questions, just so you know you can prepare yourself as who's going to go first, who's going to go second. If you were in a 3, I'll email you about the order, because I don't really think you need to be in for the interviews for the ones that you're not in, and vice versa. So we'll talk about that with those that you were in 3. So we'll do the interviews and then we'll swap over, all within the same meeting. So remember, during the interviews, the most important thing is to act professionally. Try not to giggle, try not to laugh, try and take it as seriously as you can. Now, to get a merit, sorry about that, I just had to pause. I don't know whether you could hear my husband shouting in the background, but my Tesco delivery had just been. Obviously very crucial at this moment in time, so I just had to go and do that. So I forgot a little bit where we're up to, but I think we were up to what you need to do to get a merit. So I'll go through the interviewer first, okay? So double check your questions when you're writing them out, when you read them, that you've got questions about the role. So I should be able to know what the role is without going back to your work. It should be about questions about the business. So again, I should be able to tell what business you're interviewing for based on your questions. You need to have some scenario-based questions. So what would you do if this happened? What would you do if that happened? And you must have a question based on the applicant's letter or application form. So, you know, in your letter you said this, or on your application form you said you've done this. Have a question. And your very final question must be, do you have any questions yourself? Okay, so it gives the interviewee an opportunity to ask any questions. So obviously all of those you can plan for, but the one thing you can't plan is you must also have what we call probing questions, and this is really important. You do probing questions to get a merit, because the criteria is about detailed questioning. So what we mean by a probing question is that the candidate gives an answer and then you ask them another question based on what they've said. You know, if the question they started talking about previous work experience, you could ask, oh, what else did you do in that role, or what skills do you think you did, you developed from that? So it's questions, or even simply, oh, why did you do that, or what did you learn from that? Those sorts of things, but you must have probing questions at multiple times during your interview. And like I said earlier, make sure that you make notes during the interview as well, okay? Because you're going to need those later, and your person that you're going to be interviewing also needs a copy of them as well. So let's switch now to the interviewee. So you're the person now responding to the questions. And again, to get the merit criteria, you need to give detailed responses, okay? So you can't just give really yes/no answers. That would mean you just get the pass. You need to provide detailed responses. The best way to get detailed responses is to give examples. So try to think of examples of things you've learned in college, previous work experience, or anything you've done out of school, college, to kind of support what you're trying to say. So if, for example, one of the question was, when have you displayed leadership skills? I don't know. You could talk about, I've got really good leadership skills, talk about what you think is a good leader, and then you could say, for example, I'm like the captain of our school football team, so I've obviously had to display leadership skills through that. Or if they were asking a question on communication skills, you could talk about what you think good communication skills are, and then you could say, there was one time in my part-time job when this customer came up to me and was quite rude, but because of my really good communication skills, I was able to empathise with the customer, I was able to calm them down, and then we were able to resolve the situation. So try to best to try and give examples from your previous studies and work experience if you can. The next point, sell yourself and be confident. That's really important. In an interview, that's the only experience that the interviewer's got of you. So you really do need to sell yourself and be confident within the interview. And make sure you've got some questions planned at the end to ask the interviewer. Now, it's really important that you have a range of different questions to ask, because if you go into an interview and you've only got one question prepared, what are you going to do if one of the interviewer questions is basically the same as your question? So it can make you look a little bit unprepared. So make sure I'd maybe have 4 or 5 questions that you could ask at the end, and I'd be looking for you to maybe ask a couple of questions. The sorts of things that you might ask are like things like training opportunities, progression, benefits of your job, anything you weren't sure about from the job pack. So, you could say, in the personal description, you said this, or in the job description you said that. Could you clarify that? So obviously have quite a few of those planned. So that's the interview itself. Just to be aware also that in the interview, it will be recorded. So the Zoom meeting, once we're ready to start the interviews, they will be recorded. Now, the plan is that the only person that will ever see that recording is basically modified from the exam board. And even then, they might not ask for your work, they might not even look at the interview, but we've got to have a copy of the file of the interview. So that interview the file will be stored on a secure location on the college's area, and no one really will be able to watch that. So we won't use them to show other students and things like that. Okay, during the interview as well, I'll be making notes, so you'll get some feedback from myself as well, but I'll explain a little bit about that later. So after the interview, and this is crucial, the after the interview bit, for your next stage of your assignment. So you'll have done the pass and merit criteria, but there is still a couple of pass and merit and a couple of distinction criteria that you'll need to do, and it's all based on your reflection. And one of the things you'll be reflecting on is your performance in the interview. So the more detailed work that you do after your interview, the easier you'll be able to find it to do the reflection. So the first thing that you need to do is type up the notes you made during the interview onto your feedback form. So you may have handwritten them. So for each question you've made some notes. What's really important now is, while it's all still fresh in your mind, is you go onto the computer and you type it up. So the sorts of things you will be making notes on are things like what they said, whether they gave a good answer, whether it was a bad answer. So that's what you need to do for each question. Write notes on what they said and how you think they did, whether it was good, bad, and gave good examples and things like that. So you're going to type all that up. Once you've done it, you need to upload it onto Turnitin. There'll be an entrance that says completed interview feedback form, and it will also be emailed to your partner. Okay, so that's the one that you've already designed from previously. You've used it during the interview, and then you're going to type it up and you're going to put it onto Turnitin, and you need to email it to your partner. The reason why your partner needs it is because they need to see what you thought of them during the interview. Make sure you give some positive things, but also give them something to work on. If you think they did something badly or they answered a particular question badly, say it, because again, it makes it easier for the person who's doing the reflection later on, that they've got something bad to write about, because you are going to have to think of some weaknesses. So try and, if you can do it for each other, that'll be really helpful. Right, so you've done your interview feedback form for your filled that out, you've emailed it to your partner, and you've done that on Turnitin. Now you're going to do a little bit of a self-reflection. Okay, so you're going to have to download the self-reflection form. So the easiest way to do that is just to go onto Moodle, and if you see on the PowerPoint, you can see where you can find it. So under Unit 8, Recruitment Selection, Learning A, B and C, there's a file there that says Interview Self-Reflection Form. So you need to download that and complete it. You can also find it on Microsoft Teams if you're using that. It'll be under the class materials in files, so it's also on there. So loads of different places you can find it from. So you need to download it. It's a self-reflection form. So this is you purely writing about yourself. You are not writing about the other person. There's an opportunity for you to write how you think you did. So I would do this before you receive the feedback from your partner. So the kind of idea is that you sit down straight away after the interview, you type up the interview feedback notes because that's really fresh in your memory, and then you move straight onto this. So you're going to have to reflect both from your role as the interviewer and the role of the interviewee. So for each role, you're going to do 2 things that you did well. So WW, what worked well. So 2 things you did. So it can be a particular question that you answered. It can be a skill. Go back and think of what makes a good interview in those notes that we made. And then you need to do the same for your interviewee. 2 things that when you were being interviewed, what did you think you did well? And then for each role, you're going to have to think of 1 thing you could do better, an EBI, an even better if. So by the end of that form, you should have 6 points. 2 what worked well for each role as the interviewer and interviewee, and then 1 thing you could do better for the interviewer and the interviewee. And again, the more detailed this is, the more helpful it will be for when you come to do your next bit of the assignment. You then need to upload this to Turnitin, and if you just upload it under the heading interview self-reflection form, you don't need to email that to your partner because it's personal to you. It's just for you on there. The deadline for both these documents at the moment is Friday the 1st of May at 4 p.m. So my hope is that we'll be able to do all the interviews and give you time to do that reflection by Friday. Like I said, and I'll reiterate this again, you need to try and do these forms and fill them in straight after your interview. So really, a couple of hours after having done your interview, these forms should be ready, uploaded to Turnitin, and email to your partner, the feedback form, that is. Okay? So what happens next? You'll need to access to 3 documents to evaluate your performance. So you'll have your self-reflection form that you've completed. You'll have received the interview feedback form from your partner. So you'll have that document as well. And then you'll have what we call a witness statement. This is what I will complete during your interview. And what I'll do is once I've completed them, I'll put them on to Turnitin for you to download. And you'll be able to access these. It does say they're Monday the 4th of April, but it should read Monday the 4th of May. So from the Monday the 4th of May, you'll be able to go on to Turnitin and get your witness statement. Now it could be that they are available earlier, but I promise I'll have them all on Turnitin by Monday the 4th of April at 4 p.m. You will need these 3 documents to do the final task of the assignment. And what I will do is I'll arrange on the following Tuesday to start you off on what you need to do, which is the Peach booklet. And I do believe we've all got copies of that. And no one has, if someone doesn't have a copy, I can email that out. Okay. So I think that is everything. What I will do is when we're completing the interviews, I'll go through what you need to do next. And then obviously if you've got any questions, you can ask them. But the most important thing is obviously making sure that you've got everything ready and you're there at the time and date that we've agreed for your interview. Okay, if you've got any questions, just let me know. Okay, take care. Thank you very much.